Hi, I'm Mariela,
And I'm Monica.
and this is our presentation of a plant cell comparison to Disney World.
First, we're going to begin with the cytoplasm, which is related to the Disney staff. The cytoplasm is responsible for giving a cell its shape. It helps fill up the cell and keep the organelles in their place. Just like the Disney World staff is what keeps the park going and all the attractions in order. Without the help of all the cytoplasm and the staff, the organelles and the visitors will be all over the place. The Disney staff are the friendliest people you'll ever
Up
meet.
next, we have the Golgi apparatus. The Golgi apparatus is just like the Disney mail system. The Golgi apparatus stores and processes proteins, then transports it within the cell. Just like the Disney mail system receives mail, processes it, then transports it out to people.
Next, we'll be talking about the mitochondria, which is the control room of Disney. The mitochondria is known as the powerhouse of the cell. It takes in the nutrients from the cell, breaks it down, and turns it into energy. The Disney control rooms do almost the same thing, except the power and energy provides for the parades, shows, and attractions.
Up next, we have the cell membrane. The cell membrane is just like the gates to the Magic Kingdom. The function of the cell membrane is to protect the cell. It only allows certain things to go into the cell while keeping certain things out. The cell membrane can be compared to the gates to the Magic Kingdom. When passing the gates and security check, one can only take certain non-harmful things into the park. After all, you do want to enjoy your stay at the happiest place on earth.
Next, we have the rough ER, which is related to the monorail. The rough ER has those certain functions in a cell. One of the main ones is to be able to transport the proteins throughout the cell, just like the monorail transports the visitors from one park to the other. So come on by and experience the magic of the monorail.
Up next, we have the smooth ER. The smooth ER can be compared to the shows in Disney World. The main function of the smooth ER is to make cellular products such as lipids and hormones, then distributes these products all throughout the cell. The shows in Disney World make products as well, and they're known as feelings. When watching these shows, these feelings travel all throughout our bodies, just as the products from the smooth ER travel all throughout the cell. From my opinion, from what I experienced, the shows in Disney World are one of the most beautifulest things anyone can ever experience. I cried, so you don't want to miss it.
Next, we'll be talking about the nucleus, which is related to Walt Disney. The nucleus is known as the brain of the cell and is also referred to as the control center. It is what forms and controls the functions in a cell. The nucleus can easily be compared to Walt Disney. Without Walt Disney and his brains, Disney World might have never ever existed. Remember, it all started with the mouse.
Up next, we have the ribosomes. The ribosomes can be compared to the Disney characters. Ribosomes are cell structures that create proteins which fuel the cell. Just like the Disney characters create happiness and fuel us with it to keep enjoying the park.
Up next, we have the chloroplast, which is related to the Epcot greenhouse. The chloroplast work to convert light energy from the sun into energy that can be used by the cells, which is known as photosynthesis. The Epcot greenhouse is just like the chloroplast because the plants absorb energy from the sun, producing food, later distributing it throughout the restaurants in the park. How many theme parks do you know that grow their own food? I only know when.
Up next, we have the lysosomes. The lysosomes are just like the maintenance workers. Lysosomes are known as the garbage disposal of the cell. They break down any unwanted material that's left throughout the cell and push them out. Maintenance workers are just like the lysosomes, where they pick up unwanted trash and eventually push them out of the park. Who would want to be in a theme park full of trash?
Next, we have the cell wall, which is related to the fence around the park. The basic function of the cell membrane is to protect the cell from its surroundings. Just like the fences around the Disney parks protect the visitors from the surroundings. Wouldn't you like to feel protected?
And last but not least, we have our vacuoles. The vacuoles can be compared to the Disney warehouses. Vacuoles are used to store food, water, and nutrients that a cell can use whenever it's needed, in comparison to the warehouses in Disney World, where it stores all the supplies, costumes, and floats that the park can use whenever it's needed. So don't hesitate in planning your trip to the happiest and most magical place on earth.
Bloopers.
First, we're going to begin with the...
What happened?
Lysosomes are known as the garbage disposal of the cell. They break down and destroy what's left of unwanted materials throughout the cell and push them out, just like the maintenance workers.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Next, we have... Fuck.